Welcome back to part 2 of this series on navigating the challenging world of organic social media. Last episode, we looked at the systemic challenges that were decreasing organic reach, which are driving the messy chase for virality, and how AI content illusions are misleading brands. To get the full context, I'd recommend listening to the first part first. In this episode, we are going to talk about why social media marketing is not only still relevant in 2025 but potentially more valuable than ever for brands that understand how to handle it. We'll also walk through the wilderness of compelling research that shows the correlation between consistency and brand success, why a long term approach pays off even when short term results aren't as impressive, and how to build an organic social media strategy that really works in today's world. The question is, why should brands keep investing in organic social media if organic reach is dying? The answer lies in understanding what organic social media actually delivers beyond just reach and impressions. While the traditional metrics might be declining, the value proposition itself is strong. First and foremost, it's about trust and authenticity. In a world where consumers are suspicious of advertising, organic social media content is seen as more credible and authentic. Almost 78% of Gen Z people say trusting brands is more important than ever, according to Edelman research. Organic content plays a major role in building trust. In spite of reduced reach, people who do see your organic content are more likely to be genuinely interested in your brand. The brighter and harder to establish side of the algorithmic changes is that relevance is getting more attention. Organic marketing starts with organic content. Social media has become a landing page for your brand. People check out your social media profile right away when they hear about your brand through advertising, influencer partnerships, or word of mouth. Having a strong organic presence validates your brand and gets you the social proof needed for conversions. Social media is your brand's digital storefront. Even if fewer people walk by randomly, the ones who do look at it see a vibrant, active business. A neglected or inactive social media presence is like empty shelves and dusty windows. It plays a big role in customer service and building communities. Brands need to be able to reach customers through social media, and customers want to interact with brands that are responsive and helpful. This can't be automated or outsourced. It needs to be authentic. Organic social media isn't just about reach, it's about relationships for brands that want to succeed in 2025. With these platforms, they create communities around their brand values, build genuine connections with their audience, and provide value beyond just promotional content. It's also a compound effect. Even if individual posts don't reach much, consistent posting over time builds brand awareness. Your posts might only reach about 5% of your audience, but over time, different segments of your audience see different posts, gaining a broader overall reach. Research from Sprout Social shows 89% of consumers will buy from a brand they follow on social media. That shows the long term value of building an organic following, even if each post doesn't reach a lot of people. Additionally, organic content feeds your paid ad campaigns. As a result of their authentic, engaging content and audiences who already know their brand voice, Brands with strongest organic content get better results from their paid campaigns. In other words, organic social media marketing improves ROI by getting your audience to know you better. Organic social media also gives brands control of their narrative, and it's probably the most important thing. Having a strong organic presence allows you to actively participate in and influence conversations in a world where brand reputation is shaped by external voices like customer reviews, influencer comments, news coverage, social media conversations. You've got to shift your mindset from broadcasting to conversation, from reach to relationships, from viral moments to consistent value creation. Some really compelling research shows that social media posting increases brand awareness, consideration, and business results a lot. We don't just see correlation, we see causation when we look at the mechanisms that explain these results. Using data from over 12 million Instagram posts, Buffer found that consistency correlates with better performance, and their research across platforms shows that brands with regular posting schedules get better engagement. Their study found that quality content posted regularly outperformed high frequency, low quality ones. I think that's the most interesting insight. Consistent brands also do better in other marketing channels. Brands can build stronger brand recognition and trust when they post regularly on social media, which can lead to a halo effect that improves email marketing, website conversions, and other channels. Consistency builds familiarity, and familiarity breeds trust with customers. When audiences see your brand regularly, it becomes part of their mental landscape. You are top of mind when they need you. There's also a multiplier effect with social media algorithms. Platforms reward accounts with better distribution for posting regularly. When you post consistently for, say, 6 months, you'll usually see a higher reach for each one than when you post irregularly. It's not just about frequency, it's about voice, quality, and value too. As competition increases, brands that deliver valuable content see dramatically better results than those that post promotional stuff. Consistency becomes more valuable as competition increases. Authentic brand voices become more precious as AI generated content floods social platforms. In crowded markets, consistent brands stand out more than in less competitive spaces. In 2022, Frontiers in Psychology published a study that found social media marketing activities positively correlated with purchase intention, customers' intention to use or engage with the brand, and willingness to participate. Their study showed that social media presence directly impacts customer retention and buying behavior. This would also increase the lifetime value of customers. The data insights we've discussed so far show that to get real value from organic social media marketing, you've got to think long term. The brands that rely on long term organic social media strategies are building sustainable competitive advantages in a world obsessed with viral moments and instant gratification. While the competition chases quick wins, they are building brand equity. You can't go wrong with a long term view. Nielsen says social media keeps brands top of mind and helps them grow their visibility. Brand awareness is a long term asset that leads to growth. Based on their analytics, a 1 point boost in brand awareness or consideration gets a 1% boost in sales. If a business makes $1 billion in sales, this equates to $10 million in revenue, which is hardly insignificant. Social media isn't just about broadcasting messages. Brands who appear regularly in feeds and dialogues cultivate a sense of connection with their followers. They build relationships through continuous engagement. A sense of community and humanizing the brand boosts advocacy and satisfaction. According to research estimates, 71% of customers who receive a quick, helpful response from a brand on social media are more likely to recommend the brand to others. In other words, timely interactions on social channels translate into positive word of mouth, a powerful long term benefit. This also makes brands memorable to customers. One of the biggest benefits of social media marketing is a higher level of customer loyalty. Loyalty isn't built overnight, it comes from repeated positive experiences and consistent brand behavior. It's easy to build trust and loyalty when you give customers ongoing reasons to stick with a brand and pay a premium when you build it. Through a long term social media strategy, you can demonstrate transparency, responsiveness, and consistent values. You get better ROI when you build a long term brand in social media. A multi country study commissioned by Meta quantifies this. The study found that 60% of marketing ROI comes from long term effects compared to 40% from short term ones. Also, the study found that the total sales impact was 2.5 times larger than the measured short term impact across both traditional and digital channels. Therefore, marketers who only focus on immediate returns could be undervaluing their true ROI by more than double. The long term view takes courage, especially when quarterly reports only show short term results. Many brands give up just before the compound effect kicks in. As I shared with you, there's clear business value in adopting long term social media marketing strategies. Let's talk about 8 practical strategies for succeeding in 2025 and beyond. Try building micro communities instead of trying to reach everyone. These micro communities become your brand advocates and help amplify your content. Build these micro communities by identifying your most engaged followers and making content just for them. Make them feel like valued members of your brand community by responding to their comments thoughtfully, sharing their content when appropriate, and responding to their content. Keep organic social media activities consistent in your marketing plan. It's not just about posting frequency, but also about voice, values, and value delivery. Make sure you rotate through content pillars that match your brand values. Conversations over broadcasts is another way to succeed in 2025. Successful brands are those that use social media to communicate two-way, not just to shout at people. They ask questions, respond to comments, and make content that engages. You've got to shift from saying, here's our product, to asking, what's your challenge? It means celebrating your customers' success, sharing behind the scenes stuff, and caring about your audience. Focusing on quality over quantity, but with a twist. While you should prioritize quality content, you need to find ways to create high quality content efficiently. This is where AI can actually be helpful, not as a replacement for human creativity, but as a tool for efficiency. For strategy, voice, and community management, use AI for initial research, content creation, and production. Brands that succeed in 2025 will use AI to amplify human creativity, not replace it. Developing cross platform stories is one of the most important ones. Instead of creating platform specific content, craft stories that can be told across multiple platforms in an appropriate way. This makes your content creation efforts more valuable while creating consistency. It's also important to create community driven content. Your most engaged followers are often your best content creators. Encourage user generated content. share customer stories, and celebrate your community. You get authentic content and you strengthen the relationship between your brand and your community. People become more invested in your success when they see themselves in your content. It's also a good idea to think about value first content. Think about what value this is going to provide your audience before you create any content. It might be entertainment, education, inspiration, or connection, but it needs to be clear and real. Long term successful brands provide value without expecting immediate returns. They understand that social media is all about building relationships, and relationships require giving before receiving. Last but not least, develop metrics that align with long term goals instead of short term vanity metrics. Keep track of community growth, engagement quality, brand sentiment, and business metrics like customer lifetime value. Be realistic with stakeholders about when they'll see results. Organic social media isn't a quick fix for immediate problems. It's a long term investment that pays off over time. As we wrap up this two-part series on the reality of organic social media marketing in 2025, let's recap the key insights. Organic reach is declining and the landscape is harder than ever. The days of easy organic growth are behind us, and brands who chase viral moments often get disappointed. It's still one of the best ways to build brand equity and customer loyalty for brands that embrace consistency, take a long term approach, and build genuine relationships with their audiences. The winners in 2025 and beyond won't be the ones that go viral occasionally. They'll be the ones that show up consistently, provide value consistently, and build authentic communities. Consistency beats intensity, relationships beat reach, and long term thinking beats short term tactics, according to the data. Brands that invest in organic social media today build assets that pay dividends for years to come. Don't be overwhelmed by organic social media challenges. Every challenge creates an opportunity. With platforms getting louder and more commoditized, authentic voices become more valuable. The more sophisticated the algorithms, the more important it is to engage. When competition gets tough, consistency becomes a differentiator. Focus on your community, not your reach. Prioritize consistency over intensity. Think in years, not months. Provide value before asking for anything. Gary has been saying this for over a decade. The future of organic social media belongs to brands that understand its true purpose, which is to build relationships that drive business results. The tools and tactics will keep evolving, but the fundamental truth will remain. Thank you for listening this two-part series on organic social media marketing. Make sure that you subscribe and follow this channel for future episodes. I'll talk to you in the next episode of Likely Marketing.